Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. To the Honorable Professor Dr. Saparudin Mukhtar SI MSI and Professor Dr. Haria Kunchara Wiralaga SI MSI as a supervisor. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Octavia Nuratika. I'm from Economics Education Study Program, Faculty of Economics, State University of Jakarta. In this video, I would like to present about my thesis entitled The Influence of Used Digital Wallets and Financial Literacy on the Consumptive Behavior of College Students in DKI Jakarta. Chapter 1, Preliminary Research Background. The rapid development of technology brings various changes in the fields of life. One of these changes has an impact on people's lifestyle. In the old times, people had to go to the market or shop to buy their necessities of life. But nowadays, all needs can be obtained easily only through a smartphone. The habits and lifestyle of these people also change from time to time, along with the development of the times and the changing human needs from being simple to being excessive, so that it leads to consumer behavior. The development of technology also supports a person to have unlimited access to information about the desired product or service, so that someone is more easily influenced to behave consumptively. Consumptive behavior can happen to anyone, even though with different levels, including college students who are classified as teenagers. Based on research by Dikria and W. 2016, this consumptive lifestyle is vulnerable to being formed in teenage age. The reality that is currently being encountered is that college students who are final year teenagers imitate the contemporary consumptive lifestyle. Based on a survey conducted to 100 college students in DKI Jakarta, 49% of college students buy a product because they are influenced by the model that advertises the product. Consumptive behavior of other college students can be seen from the statements of college students who buy products more often because of the influence of promos without buying based on need, buying products because of the lure of gifts, buying products based on price consideration not on the basis of benefits, happy to buy expensive product because it can lead to self-confidence. Besides that, 50% of college students buy products in order to keep their appearance from being outdated. In this time, the existence of innovation in the fields of financial technology makes needs can be obtained easily. One of the innovation is the presence of a digital wallet that allows transactions to be done online, making it easier for anyone to shop, especially college students who are technology literate. The development of financial technology in terms of payment has become one of the lifestyle of today's college students. In this day and age, it seems that college students cannot be separate from using digital wallets in all their needs, such as buying foods, drinks, credit, clothes, paying for online transportation, and other payments. The promos provided by digital wallet companies have also success in making college students attempt to transact online, which can unwittingly lead them into consumptive behavior. Mujahideen and Astuti 2020 state that the ease of transaction can make a person have consumptive behavior. There is no planning in shopping and tends to buy impulsively. Another factor that can influence consumptive behavior is financial literacy. Financial literacy is an important thing that cannot be separated in the financial management process. A low level of financial literacy can cause college students to be less wise in allocating their money. Consumptive behavior itself is a reflection of a negative attitude in managing finance. Based on a survey conducted to 100 college students in DKI Jakarta, it showed that 55% of college students are willing to spend their money just for fun. 39% of college students shop without thinking about their savings. 35% of college students don't set their monthly expenditure budget. 60% of college students haven't made any investment. Even 10% of college students are willing to go into debt to fulfill their wishes. In terms of shopping, they are always tempted by the promised offer, so that they often buy goods not on the basis of need. This is evidence of college students' negative attitudes toward their financial management. Based on the background that has been described, the authors are interested in researching with the title The Influence of Used Digital Wallet and Financial Literacy on Consumptive Behavior of College Students in DKI Jakarta. Problem formulation. The first is there are influence of the use of digital wallet on the consumptive behavior of college students in DKI Jakarta. Second is there are influence of financial literacy on the consumptive behavior of college students in DKI Jakarta. And the research purpose. The first, knowing the influence of using digital wallet on the consumptive behavior of college students in DKI Jakarta. Second, knowing the influence of financial literacy on the consumptive behavior of college students in DKI Jakarta. Chapter 2, Literature Review. Consumptive Behavior. According to Gumulya and Widyastuti 2013, said consumptive behavior is a buying behavior that is dominated by desires beyond need, and only to fulfill desires alone. And according to Francisca and Erdiansa 2020, said that consumptive behavior is the act of buying a product without reasonable consideration and not based on need factor. Consumptive behavior indicators. Buying products because of the lure of gifts. Buying products because the packaging is attractive. Buying products to maintain appearance. Buying products on price consideration, not on the basis of benefits. Buying a product is just keeping a symbol or status, using the product because conformity element to the model that advertise the product. The emergence of the assessment that buying expensive product will cause high confidence. Desire to try more than 2 different similar products brand. Next, digital wallet. According to Nawawi 2020, digital wallets are one form of financial technology that utilizes internet media and is used as an alternative payment method. And according to Sriwatma and Siti Fauzia 2020, digital wallets are one form of software application in terms of payment, money storage, and various transactions carried out non-cash because they are digital based. Use of digital wallet indicators. Perceive of ease, perceive of usefulness, intention of use, and real use. Next, financial literacy. According to Yudasela and Krishnawati 2019, financial literacy is a benchmark of one's knowledge in understanding financial concepts, as well as the ability and confidence to manage personal finance through making appropriate short-term decisions and also a healthy long-term financial plan by paying attention to environmental events and changes in economic conditions that occur. And according to Soraya and Lutfiati 2020, defines financial literacy as individual knowledge for managing finance. Financial literacy indicators, basic knowledge of finance, deposits and loans, insurance, and investment. Next, this is the previous research, and this is the research frame. The hypothesis, H1, the use of digital wallet influenced the consumptive behavior of college students in DKI Jakarta. H2, financial literacy influenced the consumptive behavior of college students in DKI Jakarta. Next, Chapter 3, Research Methods. Research time and place. The time is February until July 2022. The place is DKI Jakarta. Research method is quantitative research with survey method. Data collection techniques is questionnaire with measurements using the Goodman scale and Likert scale. The population is college student of DKI Jakarta, and the sample is economics faculty college student who use digital wallet. The samples in this study were determined by the Lemeso formula, error rate of 5%, so get 192 samples. Next, Data analysis technique. The first, data quality test. There are validity tests and reliability tests. Second, classic assumption test. There are normality tests, multicollinearity tests, heteroscedasticity tests, and linearity tests. And the third, hypothesis test. There are t-tests, f-tests, and coefficient determination. Next, chapter 4, result and discussion. Respondent profile. The first, gender. Based on the pie chart above, it can be seen that out of 192 respondents, as many as 107 or 56% respondents are female, and 85 or 44% respondents are male. It can be concluded that the most respondents in this study were respondents of the female. And for age, based on the pie chart above, it shows that the age of respondents varies greatly from 18 to 24 years. From the data, it can also be concluded that the majority of respondents aged 22 years are 98 with a percentage of 51%. Next, validity test and reliability test. For the variables of use digital wallet and consumptive behavior, all statement items are declared valid because they have a calculated R value greater than the table R value. Well, for the financial literacy variable of the 20 statement items, there are 3 items declared invalid, namely statement items number 4, 9, and 13, because they have a calculated R value smaller than the table R value, so that the 3 statements item are dropped. Well, for the reliability test, all variables are declared reliable because they have a continuous alpha value greater 0.6. Next, description of digital wallets usage data. Based on the table above, the level of college student digital wallet usage in the high category is 65.10%. The medium category is 30.20%, and the low category is 4.70%. Overall, it can be said that the level of digital wallet usage is mostly in the high category. Next, description of financial literacy data. Based on the categorization of financial literacy according to Chen and Wolf, it can be said that college students' financial literacy is in the low category because smaller than 60%. Next, description of consumptive behavior data. Based on the table and diagram above, it can be seen that from 192 college students, there were 35 people who had a high level of consumptive behavior. 125 people had a medium level of consumptive behavior, and 32 people have a low level of consumptive behavior. Next, classic assumption test, normality test. The normality test aims to determine whether the residuals are normally distributed or not. In this case, the test was carried out using the one-sample Kolmogorov-Smirnov test method. Provide that if the significance values is greater than 0.05, then the residuals are normally distributed. Based on the result of the normality test, obtain a significance value of 0.200. It can be concluded that the residuals are normally distributed. Next, multicollinearity test. Multicollinearity test aims to determine the relationship between independent variables. The criteria for this test are that the data can be said to be free from multicollinearity sometimes if the tolerance value is greater than 0.10 and the VIV value is smaller than 10.0. The result of the multicollinearity test show a tolerance value of 0.989 and a VIV value of 1.011. It can be concluded that there is no multicollinearity symptoms. Next, heteroscedasticity test. Heteroscedasticity test aims to determine whether in the regression model there is an inequality of variance from the residual value of one observation to another observation. In this case, the test uses the Spearman's rule test with the condition that if the significance value is greater than 0.05, there are no symptoms of heteroscedasticity. Based on the test result, the significance value of the independent variable was 0.912 and 0.945, greater than 0.05. So it could be concluded that there were no symptoms of heteroscedasticity. Next, linearity test. The linearity test aims to determine the forms of the relationship between the independent variable and dependent variable. The linearity test in this study used by looking at the ANOVA table, provide that if the value of significance deviation from linearity greater than 0.05, then there is a linear relationship between the independent variable and the dependent variable. Based on the test result, the significance of deviation from linearity in the use of digital wallets and financial literacy and consumptive behavior is obtained by a significance value of 0.825 and 0.109. So it can be concluded that there is a linear relationship between the independent variable and dependent variable. Next, this is the multiple linear regression analysis. Next, t-test. The t-test aims to determine the partial effect of the independent variables on the dependent variable. Based on the results of the t-test, it can be concluded that first, the use of digital wallet has a positive and significant effect on consumptive behavior. This can be seen from the significance value of 0.0 smaller than 0.05, meaning that if the digital wallet usage variable is increased, the consumptive behavior variable will significantly increase. Second, financial literacy has a negative and significant effect on consumptive behavior. This can be seen from the significance value of 0.00 smaller than 0.05, meaning that if the financial literacy variable is increased, the consumptive behavior variable will significantly decrease. Next, F-test. The F-test was conducted to determine the effect of using digital wallets and financial literacy on consumptive behavior together. Based on the results of the F-test, the calculated F-value is 42.743, greater than F-table 3.04, with a significance of 0.00 smaller than 0.05. So it can be concluded that the variables of using digital wallets and financial literacy together have a significant effect on consumptive behavior. Next, coefficient of determination. Based on the result of coefficient of determination test, the R-square value of 0.311 means that the variable ability to use digital wallets and financial literacy is able to explain the variation of consumptive behavior variable by 31.1%. Next, Chapter 5, Closing. Conclusion. The first, partially, the use of digital wallet has a positive and significant effect on the consumptive behavior of college students in DKI Jakarta. This means that the higher the use of digital wallets for college students, the level of college student consumptive behavior will increase. Second, partially, financial literacy has a negative and significant effect on the consumptive behavior of college students in DKI Jakarta. This means that the higher the financial literacy of college students, the level of college student consumptive behavior will decrease. And the third, the simultaneous use of digital wallets and financial literacy can contribute to the consumptive behavior of college students in DKI Jakarta with a coefficient of determination or R-square of 31.1%. And next, suggestion. The first, college student must be able to make good use of the current technological sophistication, so as not to fall into consumptive behavior. In this case, college student must be able to prioritize needs over fulfilling desires. And the second, universities can work with the Financial Service Authority to provide education on how to manage daily finance, and can introduce various financial products available so that college students are interested in saving or investing. So that's all I can say. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.